my name's Liz, I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you are a subscriber. As always, it's really lovely to have you here as I share my sewing journey. So welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my Sunday sewing catch-up. We're on episode 51, which I still can't quite believe. I'm still really enjoying doing these videos, almost like a roundup diary of what I've been getting up to sewing wise. So in these videos, I usually talk about what I've been making. If I've got any fabric to share, I'll share fabrics. I usually talk about sewing plans that I've got for the following week. If I've seen anything over on Instagram or free patterns or people on YouTube that I want to share. So it's usually lots of different things that are focused around sewing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it'd be really great if you could hit that subscribe button, because you'll get notified of when I bring out my next video. Always bring one out on a Sunday, and I also try and bring one out on a Wednesday as well. So today is my Sunday sewing catch up, and I've got lots of things that I want to share with you. I've been very busy. In my last Sunday sewing catch up, I talked about sewing some dolls clothes, and I have got loads of dolls clothes finished for school. I absolutely loved sewing them up. So that's what I'm going to start with. But before I share those things, I'll let you know what I'm wearing. This is the True Bias Zoe tank top and dress pattern, and I sewed this up for my recent holiday in this gorgeous like forest green rib knit fabric. So it's got a V neckline, and then it's got a scoop neckline on the back. It's really fitted at the top. And then it sort of flares out. So its design is like a fit and flare dress, and you have this lovely drapiness at the bottom. This fabric is quite tricky to show up on camera. When I stand up and the light shines, it shows it as being quite light, but it's not. But I've got pictures of me wearing it, so I will put the pictures in now so you can see what it looks like. So the first thing I wanted to share with you was all the dolls clothes that I've been busy sewing up. So where I work, we've got 4 classes in the reception year group that I work. So across the 4 classes, we've got at least 8 dolls. So I wanted to make sure that all of the dolls in the 4 classes had some clothes to wear, and then we could sort of swap them around every so often. So I made sure that I sewed up enough clothes for at least 2 outfits per class. And I am going to be sewing up some skirts as well. I found a free tutorial to draft a little skirt for the dollies, so I am going to do that. And I think I might try and do some dresses as well, using some cotton scrap fabric. So I just need to look for a little pattern that I can use as well. The reason I went with the patterns that I used for these clothes was because I already had them in my stash. I already had them taped together. I could just trace them off and adjust the patterns, and I was a little bit impatient. I just wanted to get going with these clothes. So I did end up using the Patterns for Pirates Teeny Beanie, and I used the Premi size, and that hat was the perfect size for the dolls. And then I used the Poppy and Jazz strawberry sweatshirt and the tangerine trousers as well, but I had to adjust the pattern. So I've got the patterns behind me because I thought I'd talk to you about how I adjusted the patterns. I kind of just used the method that I see them doing on the Sewing Bee when they have to fit to a model, where you see them sew it up and then they pop it on and they just pin or clip and work out where they've got excess. So I had to go at sewing up just the smallest size of the strawberry sweatshirt and also the tangerine trousers. So it's here. So cute. Just using an offcut of an activewear fabric. I am still going to take this into school, even though it's a little bit too big for the dolly. I think the children will still enjoy dressing the dolly, even though it's a little bit oversized. But this is what I used as my base. So I sewed up the smallest size, which was 0 to 3 months, but I knew that that would be too big because the dolly that I've got here wearing an outfit was slightly smaller than 0 to 3 months. So I knew that I would have to do some adjustments. So I sewed it up, but then I put it onto the doll and I clipped out the excess. So I just used the pattern piece that I already had, and then I had some white paper underneath. So I've got my white paper here. I drew around this pattern piece, and then I lay out the jumper that I'd made with the clipped sort of excess taken out. I did have to fold it in half because the pattern piece is cut on the fold. So I folded it and I had all the excess cut out, and then I just redrew the pattern lines based on the new size that I knew that I would need. So here is the new pattern piece. So I ended up raising the armhole ever so slightly. It's not quite lined up there, but you'll see. I ended up taking probably about 1 inch off the top and then I scooped out the armhole and down the side as well. I'm not holding it particularly straight. But yeah, I ended up taking about 1 inch off the side, and it fits really lovely now on the doll. I did the same method for the trousers. So here's my original trouser pattern. I sewed them up in 0 to 3 months, put them on the doll, and then just clipped out and worked out how much excess I had on the pattern, and then just redrew my pattern pieces. So you can see the white one is my new pattern piece. The tracing paper is my old pattern piece. I didn't have to take a huge amount off the length. Probably about 1 centimetre off the length. But again, sorry, it's tricky to hold it straight. I ended up taking out probably about 1 inch and a little bit more down here just to make them slightly narrower on the doll's legs as well. I hope that makes sense. That's how I approach the patterns, and now I'm going to show you the doll's clothes that I sewed up. You can see by my face how excited I am that I got these sewn up. They are so cute, and I cannot wait to show my new class. I think they're going to have so much fun dressing the dollies. So this is the first one in this really fun activewear fabric that I got from Little Legs Fabrics. I've got them all here in front of me. They're just so cute. I had so much fun. And then I've got a little Ponte Roma, so you can see how tiny that one is. And the little Ponte Roma. The cuffs are so mini. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they were so fiddly to sew up. But yeah, Ponte Roma one. And I've got some matching trousers and a matching hat to go with this one. So the baby's just going to look super cute. Then I've got this one in a rib knit. This one is a little bit too long, so it ends up looking like a jumper dress type thing. But in terms of the arms, the cuffs are slightly deep, but actually what I found is turning them up helps to keep them on the dolly as well. This one's really cute, and again I've sewn up a matching set of leggings and a matching hat for this one as well, so the dolly's going to look super cute in that matching rib knit. This was from Hey So Sister. Then I've got this one in like a spotty jersey that I got from Sewsfaction last year. I sewed up a dress for my daughter in this fabric. Super cute. Then this one is like a sprinkle fabric that's UV light reactive. So when it goes in the sunshine, the lollipops start to show. There's like rocket lollies that showcase. Again, how teeny tiny is that little cuff? So cute. This one the children are going to absolutely love, because when I show them the magic of putting this in the sunshine and the lollies appear, I think they're just going to absolutely love that one. So I'm pleased that I could use a scrap of that one. And I've got a t-shirt, so I'm going to wear the t-shirt to school and show them that I made the jumper for the dolly using scraps from my t-shirt. Was that all of the jumpers? Yeah, I think, oh no, I've got a few more jumpers. So this one I used activewear fabric from Sew Me Sunshine. I just thought I'd see what it was like sewing with activewear just for the dollies, because I only had a little bit of this left. Again, teeny tiny cuff. Then this one, I only had a little bit of this fabric left, but then I had some rib knit, so I thought I'd do a contrast neckband and sleeves, again with the teeny tiny cuff. I can't get over how tiny those cuffs are. And then I used the lemonade fabric that I've sewn up swimsuit for myself, and I've also sewn up some leggings for myself. And again, I'm going to wear the leggings to school so I can show them that I used the offcuts of the leggings to make this super cute teeny tiny jumper. Really fun. And I did make matching leggings to go with the lemonade jumper as well. So these are the leggings. They're really cute and really tiny. And again, I can fold down the, let me do it here. Can fold down the waistband just to make them stay up, but they do stay up on the dollies because I've measured them correctly for the waist. So we're now going on to the little trousers that I sewed up. These, I've got some leggings in exactly the same fabric, so again I'm going to wear them to school at some point. But yeah, super cute leggings. And then I used some cotton jersey that I got from Like So Amazing that I've sewn up a Billy jumper in. So I'll wear that to work as well so they can see that I match the dolly. And then this was a cotton jersey that I got from Material Girl Laura when she was selling fabric. And I've turned it into a t-shirt. So I've got a little offcut that I've turned in some cute leggings for the dolly. And then this one, I've got a Westcliff dress in this fabric. And I got this from Sew Me Sunshine. So I've turned the offcuts into some super cute leggings. And then this is swimwear fabric that I got from Felicity Fabrics. I won't be matching at school because this has been turned into a two-piece swim set using the Helen's Closet Sandpiper pattern. And then this one, I used this to sew up some baby clothes for a friend that had a baby recently. So I had an offcut to make some super cute leggings. And then I've got the Ponte Roma that I used to make the jumper. So I've made some matching leggings. And then the rib knit that I shared, I've made some matching leggings. These are just so adorable. I absolutely love them. And then onto the hats, which are the cutest thing in the world. So I'm going to put the hats on the baby so you can see what they look like. But they are just absolutely adorable. So I've got a matching, matching jumper. Yeah, I've got a matching jumper to go with that one. Super chic baby. So that's the first hat. And then I've got the rib knit hat here. And then we've got the rib knit floral, which is super cute. And then I had some more of this. So I've made a little hat in the activewear fabric. Oh, let me just pull it up so you can see. There's baby wearing the activewear fabric. And then I've already showed that one. This one is my favourite hat. So I've got some leggings in this really fun, like rainbow effect, sparkly lycra that I got from Like So Amazing. And I've used it to make the jazziest baby hat ever. It's so cute. I wish I had a hat like that. And then I had some rib knit that I used to sew up the Friday Pattern Company Elysian bodysuit, which I will probably not wear to school because it's quite low. But I had a little bit of that, so I've used that to sew up a little hat. And then I've got the Ponte Roma to sew up, that I've sewn up a little hat as well. So the baby's going to look cute with the jumper and the trousers to go with the Ponte Roma. And then the final one was a bit of an experiment. I only had a teeny weeny bit of this left. So I just sort of cut out a hat shape that I thought would work. And I've actually ended up turning it into a, oh, what kind of hat do you call them? I keep forgetting the name of it. A bucket hat. So I've accidentally turned it into like a bucket hat shape for the baby to match with the little jumper and also the little trousers that they've got in this really fun, like ice cream print fabric. So it's got a really cute little matching set as well. And I've got 2 more jumpers cut out and 2 more hats. So I've got a couple of things that I haven't shown you yet, but I have got those cut out to take it up to 10 of each so that we've got enough outfits to dress the 8 dollies that we've currently got. But then, like I said, I am going to have a go at sewing up some little skirts and maybe some little dresses for the dollies as well. It was a really fun project. The only reason why I went with the Poppy and Jazz patterns was because I already had them and I knew that I would be able to adjust the fit of the patterns just by using some of those methods that I talked about, where I sewed up the smallest size, pinched out the excess and then just redrafted the pattern pieces. And I'm really pleased with all of the makes that I've got for the dollies now, and I'm just really excited about the children seeing them too. So keeping with the baby theme, or the dolly theme should I say, I had to go, because I've got loads of cotton scraps as well, so I've had to go at drafting a really cute simple, well I say drafting, it's literally a rectangle, a really simple little skirt. So here it is, made in this gorgeous sunflower fabric that I got from Hey So Sister. So I've only made one because I've taken the dollies into school now, but I want to test this out, so I'll take this to work tomorrow and then I'll test it out, and if I've got the elastic measurement correct and the length correct, then I'm going to make lots of mini skirts as well using the offcuts of cotton. So I've been really enjoying sewing for the dollies. I think it's just a great use of my fabric scraps. And that's my pledge for the New Craft House Sew Yourself Sustainable Challenge that they run every September. My pledge is to have a go at sewing up some of my scraps that I've got, because every so often I'll get them out and I'll feel inspired to do like a patchwork garment or something. But I still, you know, all the projects that I sew, I still end up with lots and lots of scraps. So I want to use more of them. So I've used lots of the jersey scraps making the dollies clothes, and now I'm going to use some of the cotton scraps to make some cute little skirts. And then I'm going to have a look to see if I can find a tutorial for making like a cute little dress as well. But yeah, I'm really excited about the children using these. It's going to be really great for their fine motor control as well, and I think they're going to have lots of fun dressing the dollies. So hopefully next week I'll have some more skirts to share with you using my offcuts of cotton fabric. So what else have I been sewing? I've been sewing lots of skirts, a couple of skirts through refashioning garments, and then one skirt I talked about last Sunday that I was going to sew up was the free tutorial by Alice Irvine, which is the flat fronted skirt. So I had some really gorgeous like mint cotton poplin with children all over it, and I wanted to get that sewn up. I had it all cut out ready to go, and I wanted to get it sewn up for the new term, and I've got it finished. So here it is. I'll put a picture of me wearing this so you can see what it looks like, but I absolutely love it. It's got the flat fronted waistband, it's got the elastic in the back, and then I have put pockets, if I can find them, in here. Now I didn't have enough of the fabric to do pockets using the same fabric, so I only had a little bit for one part of the pocket, so then I had to just use a fat quarter, and I think I had to do the same. Yeah, I had to do the same on the other side. So I've got one part of the pocket in the same fabric and then the other part in a fat quarter, sort of floral, but fits in with sort of the mint colour of the fabric. But I absolutely love that tutorial by Alice. It's really straightforward. It's a really great pattern for using cotton poplin because it's a really stable fabric, and it works really nicely with the gathers, and that flat fronted waistband stops it being too bulky at the front, but the elastic in the back makes the skirt really comfortable, which is great. And then with this length, I've gone for sort of midi length because I wanted to use all of this gorgeous fabric, and I just think it's going to be really perfect to wear to school. I think the children are going to really enjoy seeing all the little faces all over the fabric at the back and the front. So I'm really pleased with that one, and I think that's going to go really nicely with lots of tops that I've got in my wardrobe. And then I had a couple of refashions that I was talking about. So a couple of garments that didn't fit me anymore. I'd kept hold of them and I'd been meaning to turn them into something else that I'd be able to wear. So I've got two that were quite successful. One that I just don't think I'm going to be able to turn it into anything because of the style of the dress, but I'll get on to that one. So the first one is this absolutely beautiful sort of navy polka dot crepe fabric that I got from Felicity Fabrics. And I started turning this into a dress pattern. The name's completely escaped me. It was a Sew Over It pattern, and it had sort of a, I feel like it was, oh, I can't remember the name. I'll find it and I'll put a picture in. But it had like this low crossover at the front. It was quite low at the back. And I'd made it up, but it fitted quite nicely apart from the front. The front just kept gaping and I just never wore it. I could have probably gone back and fixed it. I think the problem with that pattern was more the fabric that I chose, because this fabric has ever so slightly got a little bit of stretch to it, and the pattern didn't call for any stretch at all. And I just think it came up a little bit too big across that front area because the fabric had a little bit too much give in it. So I didn't wear it, sadly, but I wanted to rescue this gorgeous fabric. So I chopped off the bodice and then I salvaged the skirt, and I just put a tiny little waistband on there. You can see how tiny that waistband is. And then I just put some narrow elastic into it. Not, you know, it's not gathered massively because the skirt circumference actually wasn't really wide. So I haven't got a really gathered skirt, but I just love how this fabric drapes. If I stand up, I'll show you. It's got a really lovely amount of movement to it, and it's really lovely and drapey. And then this stops sort of mid-calf, and I think this is going to go with a lot of things in my wardrobe as well, and also be really, really comfortable. So I'm really pleased that I've managed to salvage that dress that just didn't get worn because it fitted so badly. And that fabric is just beautiful, and it hangs so beautifully as well. So that was a successful refashion. And then, oh, it's here. I had the Tilly and the Buttons Seren dress that I showed you in this fabric. And again, it just didn't fit me. It was too tight across the bust. And I think I found that with a couple of my dresses that were quite close fitting. As your body sort of changes, my chest area had expanded in size, and across the bust particularly, those dresses just didn't fit, and they ended up just really squashing me, being uncomfortable to wear, and they just didn't look great either, because where the buttons were down the front, I had quite a lot of gaping where you could tell that the buttons were sort of fighting against sort of being able to cover me there. So I love this fabric. I think I got it from Fabric Godmother. I think it's a really fun, cute fabric, and I was really sad when I realised that the dress didn't fit me anymore. I wanted to try and salvage some of the buttons because there was buttons all the way down the bodice and also into the skirt, and that's exactly what I've been able to do. I've just attached a deeper hem, I've just attached a slightly deeper waistband than I did for the blue dotty skirt, put elastic in it, and I've managed to keep those buttons going all the way down, so I'm really pleased about that. I had to unpick the hem and re-hem it as well, but I've got a really cute little skirt there that I think will add to my wardrobe as well. I feel like this, because it's on a white background, will probably be more of a summer skirt, and I'm not sure how much more wear I'm going to get out of some of the summer clothes. Sometimes we're lucky and September can be quite warm, so I might get a little bit of wear out of it at the weekends. But I'm really pleased that I've managed to turn that dress into a wearable garment now, and this fabric is going to get lots and lots of love. And it'll go with some of my blouses that I've got and some of my t-shirts as well. I've actually got the new knit top pattern by Tammy Handmade, and I think if I made a couple of those in plain fabrics, they would go really nicely with this skirt as a cute summer outfit. So that's another refashion that was successful. On to the refashion that wasn't successful. And that was using this beautiful, I think this was a crepe as well actually, fabric that I got from Cotton Mill Studios when Laura was selling fabric. It's gorgeous, I absolutely love it. It's pink, it's stripy, it's got watermelon chunks all over it. And I turned that into the Sew Over It Leah dress, I think it's called the Leah dress. Quite a close fitted bodice, and the skirt had lots and lots of panels. So I knew that I wouldn't be able to salvage the top because that also had lots and lots of sort of quite narrow panels. It had really short sleeves as well, buttons down the front. So I chopped off the top, hoping that I could perhaps use some of it to create a little waistband, and that's what I've done. I haven't attached the waistband yet, but then that left me with quite a short skirt. So here's the skirt at the moment. Have I got the front? So I had to take off, because I didn't think it would work really. There was snap fastens all the way down the dress, down the bodice and down the skirt. I took those off, which meant I had to take a chunk out the front seam where they were joined. I don't think it matters that it's not pattern matched or anything like that because the watermelons are quite random. But then I've got a skirt sort of top part, and then I've got a waistband that I was going to attach to it and do similar to what I did to the navy skirt, just attach a really narrow waistband because I didn't have a huge amount of this fabric. And then it's been turned into a skirt that eventually will stop sort of at my knee. That's not my preferred length of skirt. I like it to go beyond my knee. It's not going to be a gathered skirt, as you can see. It's got all these gorgeous sort of intricate panels, which creates this really lovely shape. But it's the shape of the skirt and also where it stops on me that's stopping me from progressing with this refashion. Because I just don't know, even if I turn it into a little skirt, I don't think I would wear it. So I'm kind of stuck with where to go with it now. If I stand up, you'll be able to see how I've turned, like what it looks like at the moment. So if it was on me, it would stop there. I've got my green dress on, which is a maxi obviously, but you'll be able to see, you sort of get this fullness from the panels, but then my knees, it's going to be really tricky to do, but my knees are there. And now I've caught the skirt. So it would end up stopping at my knee, and I just don't know if I would wear it. So I've been left with all of this fabric now. I think the difficulty for me is it's in these panels. I don't know if you can see that. So I just don't know if it would work as any other garment. You can see it better here, but you've got all of those seam lines, which obviously are quite bulky on the inside as well. So I just don't know where to go with this. So if anyone's got any suggestions for me, please let me know, because I do love the fabric. I would like to salvage it. Maybe I do just persevere and add a little waistband onto the top of the skirt and just see if I wear it. Otherwise I could pass it on to Ruby or Lola because they might like wearing a skirt like that. It's got the swish factor and I love the fabric. I just don't know if I would wear it as a skirt that stopped at my knee. And then the final thing that I wanted to have a go at changing, it wasn't necessarily a refashion, but it was a change to the original dress. And it was the, oh, what's the pattern called? I'm going to grab it. And the pattern I'm talking about is the Avid Seamstress Sundress. So I'd sewn this up using, a really gorgeous Frida Kahlo fabric that I think I got from Sew Me Sunshine years and years ago. Sewed it up, got about 2 weeks worth of wear out of it. then the weather changed. I think the seasons changed, it started to get too chilly, didn't end up wearing it for another year, and then my body shape had changed, and when I tried it on it was too squishy across my bust. It just didn't look great. So I hung it up in my wardrobe, hoping that one day I'd be able to track down some more of that beautiful fabric, because it's sold out and I didn't have any left. I used pretty much every inch of that fabric. I think I had like 1/4 of a metre of fabric left, which I used in some of my patchwork jackets. So I was hoping that I'd be able to track down some more of the fabric, and the lovely Tamlin, sewn on the Tyne, was destashing some of the fabric a couple of weeks ago. Well, it was probably about a month ago now, because it was just before I went away. And I'd kept hold of the dress, bought the fabric off Tamlin, and I've been able to take off the bodice. Lots of people suggested, because I talked about this last Sunday, just taking off the front bodice and not taking off the back bodice as well, because what I was originally going to do was just redo the whole of the bodice. I ended up being able to do what you suggested, so thank you so much to everybody that suggested that, because I wouldn't have thought to do that, and it saved a lot of time. So it now fits me, which I'm really pleased about. I'll put in pictures of me wearing it so you can see it on. It doesn't squish me across the bust. Hurrah! It's really comfortable to wear, and I've actually still got a little bit of this fabric left, so I might make some Donny clothes using the leftover fabrics. It's just such a gorgeous fabric. So there it is. So all I did was unpick the side seams, unpick along the skirt, unpick the straps, so I was able to use the original straps as well, and I've just cut out the front bodice. I did make a decision to narrow the button stand here and use smaller buttons, so I didn't use the buttons that I had on it originally. And if you look, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, I know you probably can't see, but the original, I think it's like 3.5 centimetres they recommend for the button stand, but I've done less than that. I think I did about 2 centimetres for the button stand, and that just gave me a little bit more room as well when I was cutting it out. But it fits me so nicely now, and I'm so pleased that I've been able to salvage that dress, because it did make me feel really sad when I couldn't fit into it anymore. So there is the dress in its beauty, and I'm really looking forward to being able to wear it as well. So I'm pleased with that one, and I'm so pleased that I kept hold of it and didn't give it away to somebody or to charity, and I'm looking forward to getting lots and lots of wear out of that one. So that's everything that I have been busy sewing. I've got one piece of fabric to share with you and some labels, and they are both from Hey Sew Sister. I've actually ordered some more fabric from Hey Sew Sister, despite me saying a few weeks ago that I wasn't going to buy any more fabric. This one I've got very clear plans on, and the fabric that I've ordered that's going to arrive hopefully in the next couple of days is, I've got a definite project in mind for both of the fabrics that are coming, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. Here is the beautiful fabric. So I'll start with the labels because I've got them here, but they're just called Cute Labels, Woven Sew On Labels by Hey Sew Sister. I've got loads of labels, but I do love putting them into garments. If I open this up, I'll show you. So there's this one, which is a cat, and it says good luck. I love red and pink together. I think they're such a beautiful colour combination. This one says go get 'em. This one says have a nice day, which is lovely. And then this one says have a nice day. This one says lucky. And this one says finished. So they're super cute labels. I'll link them down below if you're interested, so you can head over to Hey Sew Sister and take a little look. They've got another set of cute labels over there as well. Got a lovely little postcard that says thanks, I made it. Oh, and there was another label that came with a postcard that says Hey Sew Sister and thanks, I made it. And I've got much better at saying to people thanks, I made it. And then the fabric that I ordered is this gorgeous, I think this was a Pigeon Wishes fabric. There's one that's white with green flowers, and this one has got bright orange flowers. I absolutely love how bright they are. This is going to become an Anna Allen Anthea blouse, and I think it will go really nicely with some jeans that I've got in my wardrobe. So I'm looking forward to using that fabric, and that's got a definite plan. Just love it. I think it's really fun, really bright and really bold. It's just a cotton fabric, so it hasn't got a huge amount of drape, but I couldn't resist it. I was hoping to get the green, but that's sold out pretty much everywhere. I can't find that anywhere. If anyone knows if it's in stock anywhere, please let me know. So I went with the orange, but I love the orange as well. I think it's really fun. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is a pattern that I've just bought, and the reason I've bought this pattern is because I'm going to be doing a collaboration with the lovely Becky, who is Notes from the Sewing Room. I'm sure you follow her already over on Instagram and YouTube. If you don't, I'll link her channel down below and also her Instagram page. But Becky is so lovely. She's a really talented seamstress. She makes the most beautiful clothes. I really love her style, and I really love watching her videos as well. She's a really calm person to watch on videos. So do go and check her out if you haven't already. So the pattern that we've both decided to sew up at the same time is a pattern by Pattern Emporium. I don't have any of their patterns in my stash at the moment, so it's a new pattern company to me. And the pattern that we've gone for, we very much got autumn in mind in terms of sewing this pattern up. And it is the Grab a Cuppa Cardi. So it's a cardigan pattern that you've got 3 different length options. I'll have to put images in because my pattern booklet hasn't arrived in the post yet. But you've got a cropped version, you've got a hip length version, and then you've got a mid-thigh version. And I think I'm going to sew up the mid-thigh version. There was a video that came out before my Sunday sewing catch up all about the collaboration that we're doing, and in that video I do share my fabric options, so do go and watch that if you haven't already. I would really appreciate your suggestions and your thoughts on which fabric I use to sew up the cardigan. And then head over to Becky because she's released her video as well. We will release them at the same time. Go and see what her fabric options are. But I'm really excited about trying a cardigan. I don't have many cardigans in my wardrobe. I've got the pearl cardigan, which is a wrap style cardigan, but I don't really have any like button down cardigans, which is what this one is. So I'm looking forward to trying it. It comes in sizes 4 to 30. It's an oversized fit cardigan with the 3 lengths that I've mentioned already. It's got dropped armhole, generous sleeves and easy to fit cuffs, and it's button down front. I really love the look of it. It looks like it's going to be really snuggly, really cozy and really warm, and perfect for the autumn and the winter as a layering piece. In terms of fabrics, they just recommend stretch knit fabrics. So do go and check out that video so you can see what fabrics I'm going to be, or I'm considering using for the cardigan. And if you've sewn that up, please do let me know how you got on with that pattern as well. It's a PDF only pattern, which I know some people don't like. With PDF patterns, I tend to get them printed as copy shop because I don't like sticking all the pages together. And I use Fabuloso. I just really like their service. I like the fact that you can get the booklet printed with them as well. But I'll link all of the details about the pattern down below so you can go and check it out if you haven't already. So the next thing I wanted to share with you, you've probably seen them already, but I just thought I'd mention them just in case anybody hasn't seen them. There's been lots and lots of talk about these over on Instagram, but there are 2 free patterns. The first one is a free shorts pattern by Friday Pattern Company. So on their website there's the option to get the pattern for free, or you can donate any amount that you want to. It's really kind that they've released this free pattern. It's a shorts pattern. It's called the Friday Sports Shorts. The aim of it is like a scrap busting project. They recommend light to medium weight wovens. It comes in their expanded size range of extra small to 7X. And they describe them as a loungewear essential, easy fit with an elasticated waistband and a drawstring. And they take between 1 to 1.3 meters of fabric, so you really don't need very much fabric for them. And they've got this really gorgeous like binding detail on them, so you could pick a contrast binding. And it's a really great way of just using up your offcuts of fabric. Like I feel like you could make like patchwork sports shorts and that would work really nicely. I've seen some really gorgeous versions of these over on Instagram already. So do head over to their website and check that pattern out. And then the other pattern is a Helen's Closet Orchard Top and Dress. Now this has got loads of different options. There's 4 different views. You can make 2 different types of tops and 2 different dresses. They recommend drapey fabric or linen cotton, and this comes in sizes 0 to 34, which is up to a 60-inch chest and a 62-inch hip. It's got spaghetti straps. It's a dartless A-line silhouette, and for the dress there's inseam pockets as well. To get the pattern for free, you just need to head over to their website and sign up to the newsletter. Even if you've already signed up to the newsletter, just put in and you haven't received the pattern, just go back to the website, put in your email address and they'll send you the link to the free pattern. It looks like a really gorgeous summery sort of pattern. and I'm really looking forward to giving that a try as well. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is a sewing challenge, which is running throughout the month of September over on Instagram, and it's being hosted by the real Michelle Sews Again. I am looking down to make sure I don't get any details of this challenge incorrect. There's a hashtag with it, and the hashtag is Sew Purple to End ALZ 22. So ALZ is spelled ALZ 22. It's running throughout the month of September. There's a weekly schedule of vloggers, and I'll put some information about them now. And the idea is that you need to sew something in predominantly a purple colour. It does not have to be a garment. It can be an accessory, something crafty. It can be something for your home. And then post a picture between the 1st and the 30th of September. Use the hashtag Sew Purple to End ALZ 22. And make sure that you tag the real Michelle Sews Again. I have got a few pieces of purple fabric, one that I'm considering using for my collaboration with the lovely Becky. If I don't use it with Becky, then I might just turn it into some joggers or something, but I'm definitely hoping to take part in this challenge throughout the month of September. So I just thought I'd let you know about that. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about is a couple of YouTubers. I've already mentioned one of them, but I'm sure you follow them both already. But I was very lucky in the last week of the summer holidays to be able to meet the wonderful Cara, who is so mad, over on Instagram and also over on YouTube. She's so lovely, really kind, really caring, easy to get on with. I love watching her videos. And I got to meet her in real life. We've chatted loads because she's one of the Felicity Fabrics bloggers, and it was so lovely to be able to meet up with her. We went to Kew Gardens and we had a wonderful time wandering around looking at all the different things that they've got in Kew Gardens. I think we ended up doing over 20,000 steps. We walked for miles and miles, and it was just really good fun. We were chatting away, and I just wanted to give her a little mention just in case you haven't heard of the lovely Cara. Do go and give her a follow over on Instagram and also over on her YouTube channel. She's very regular with posting vlogs, and she's very easy to listen to as well, and she's very inspiring. So it was really lovely to meet you, Cara, and yeah, I just wanted to let you know about her. I'm sure you do follow her already, but she is so lovely. And then the other person I wanted to mention was the lovely Becky, who is Notes from the Sewing Room. I'm sure you follow her already, but she's really lovely, easy to get on with, easy to listen to, and also really inspiring. So I'll link her Instagram and also her YouTube channel down below as well if you haven't followed her. But with both of them, I'm sure you already do follow them, but I just wanted to give them both a little mention because they're both really lovely, really inspiring, and just I really enjoy their videos. And then I always like to finish with what my sewing plans are for the upcoming week. So I have gone back to work. The new school term has started, so it means I don't have as much time as I did in the summer for lots and lots of sewing. So I think the next week is going to be lots and lots of prep. I'm hoping next week I'll have lots of little cute doll skirts to show you. I have got a pile of knickers that I've sewn up using the Megan Nielsen Acacia knicker pattern. All I need to do is put the knicker elastic in. I think I've probably been talking about these knickers for about a year now. So I'm going to pull them out a couple of pairs at a time just to insert the knicker elastic. So hopefully I'll have some knickers to share with you next week using all my scraps. They're constructed, they literally need the knicker elastic. So I need to do that. And then I've got some activewear fabric that I got from Abercarn Fabrics. So I've got one piece here. I've shared this already. This is like a mauve purpley colour. And I'm going to turn them into some leggings. I might turn them into the Helen's Closet Sandpiper top as like a sports bra top. But then I've got it in a like blue colourway as well. And I would really love to have a go at sewing up like a sports top that I could wear when I go running. So when the weather starts to get a bit cooler, I do like to chuck on a long sleeved jacket to keep me a little bit warm when the weather's chilly out and I've gone for a run. I don't know any patterns for like a zip up, almost like a hoodie but in an activewear type fabric. So I'd like your help if you know of any patterns that are like a zip up hoodie activewear type pattern. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Please let me know in the comments below, because I would like to make like a zip up like jacket that I can wear when I go out running as well to go with the leggings. But I just don't have the pattern at the moment, and I don't know where to start looking for that pattern either. So I thought I'd ask for your help with that. So those are my plans for the next week. I've also got the chalk and notch Marcel dress that's been traced off, and I've got the fabric here that came in the Hey Sew Sister seasonal box for the summer, and I'm really keen to get this sewn up just in case we do get any lovely sunny weekends in September. I'd really love to get that sewn up so I can get a little bit of wear out of it before the weather gets a little bit chilly. It's not been cut out yet, so I think this week I might spend some time getting some projects cut out. So that's everything I wanted to share with you today. If you've enjoyed hearing what I've been getting up to, please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be really great if you could hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified of when I bring up my next video. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.